layout track.
Hello, what's happening, you lot? Thanks for tuning into the video. I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Quickly before I start getting into everything United, I just want to say, obviously, it hasn't been an easy few days. Obviously, the passing of my granddad has hit us all quite hard. I'm still dealing with it now, but I sort of just locked myself away a little bit. It's probably not ideal, people would say, but you know, you just got to deal with stuff, how you feel fit and what suits you. And I don't know, it's just hard to describe the feelings, everything. I'm sure everyone has been through similar sort of situations and that. You just deal with it in your own way. I've sort of just locked myself away from social media, come away for a few days just to take everything in and deal with it, sort some family things out, and just, you know, just be there for the family and everything like that. You guys have stuck by me, and all the well wishes and support messages have been looked at, all been taken in, and I just want to say thank you to everyone for just sticking by and just letting me just have these few days off while I get sorted. You know, I hardly miss a game, let alone a home game. So I wasn't at the Wolves, and that felt weird watching that on the TV. Believe me, totally different. One thing that was clear in that Wolves game was the sort of atmosphere in the stadium, and what everyone, what's the word I'm looking for now, what everyone was sort of hoping or expecting in that game was not much, to be honest. Excuse me. Oh, what a way to start. But yeah, that'll wake me up. Going into that Wolves game, like I said, watching it from TV, the atmosphere was dead. The game was dead. It was a shocking, poor game. Glad we got through it. Just beat Wolves finally. I think that's the sixth time of asking. We finally beat Wolves and through to the fourth round. So Tranmere, Watford, whichever one it may be, it'd be good. But it's like, what I meant there by the atmosphere and everything going into the Wolves game, the expectation level, it felt like from the outside that the expectation level was like, I was thinking, hey, it wasn't going to be a good game, and no one could really get up for it. And the Wolves fans are quite noisy when they're at home at their place. You could hear them a little bit on the TV, but the whole stadium was dead. And it just shows at the moment, doesn't it, where United are. The fact that we know we're not going to get attacking, exciting football, it just doesn't encourage the fans, and they all stay away. I mean, if it was a big game and something important was riding on it, then you probably would get a lot of fans there still, even though it is bad football at the moment. You still get them there for the important games, but normally you'd get a decent enough crowd going to Old Trafford, and that just wasn't there again, was it? The atmosphere was flat, the seats were empty all around the stadium, and it's just what it is at United at the moment. If it's not important or it's not a massive game, then we're just turning into that sort of mid-table attendance sort of team right now, and it's having an effect. It really is having an effect on the club at the moment, the way and the plight and everything that is going on. So yeah, I don't blame people for not going, you know what I mean? Like kick-off, school, kids, things like that. A chance for the kids to go, and all, but it is a bit of a ball, like getting in and out of Old Trafford. And you know what? When it's not an appealing game, that is what happens. What is an appealing game is what is happening this weekend. Liverpool at Anfield. Are we going to be the ones who actually stop this run that Liverpool are on? Everyone's tipping United to actually get something this weekend. I know, hand on heart, everyone's thinking Liverpool are going to crush United, but the fact that we're the only team to take anything off them this season, and if there was one team who was going to stop the run, I know all Arsenal fans are praying right now that United do something and beat Liverpool, because the only thing Arsenal have got left is that the Invincible season. That's the only tag that they've got, and they're praying that United can actually do something against Liverpool. But let's be honest, with the injury list that we've got at the moment, Rashford supposedly taking painkiller injections just to maybe play the game. I'm on the side of, yeah, I think we could probably hold our own and make it a tough game. I do expect Liverpool to probably just come through in the end, unless United can actually take the few chances that we probably are going to get in this game. I could be completely wrong, but I don't see it. I see it being tight. I really do. I see United holding out and defending well for a while. If Liverpool do go out and score the first goal, it changes everything. But I do think the longer you hold out against Liverpool, the better chance you've actually got, because they try to blow you away quickly and then just play their counter-attacking game. They hit you in spurts. They'll have like 10, 15 minute spells where they could probably kill a game off and maybe bag 2 or 3 goals. So you have to be alive through the whole game for United, and when playing Liverpool especially. So I see it being defensive set-up from United and relying on the pace up front on the counter, because Liverpool do play a high line. If there was one team who could hurt Liverpool on the break, and it showed at Old Trafford earlier this year, the amount of times we've seen Van Dijk and all the other defenders there flapping and scrapping around just to try and stay in. That was Liverpool's worst game in the season at Old Trafford late last year, early into the season. But Anfield's a different ball game for them. I can't remember the last time they dropped points at Anfield. I can't. It's like a fortress to them. It's like what Old Trafford used to be for United. And we all know how that felt, going to Old Trafford every single game, knowing that you're going to get the win, knowing that you're going to get the result. That's how Liverpool fans and the Liverpool players are feeling at the moment. So it's going to take something special to actually take Liverpool down and actually knock them off the perch at the moment, because the title's already done and dusted. So all we can do is try and think about what we have got to do in our fight for top 4, in our fight for form, and trying to get the fans and everyone back on side, and that is playing our game. Let's not play the occasion again. I know it's a stupid thing to say, because we did it against Arsenal, but this is how you should be looking at it. You know what, you've got to just play your game plan, and hopefully Ollie has got a good game plan. He usually does for these bigger games and these big teams. So, you know, we were unlucky at Old Trafford last time, a scrape a little goal that Robinson, the ball, had put in, and it was just one of them, wasn't it? It could have been totally different for Liverpool this season if they didn't hang on, if we hung on and got that win. But it is what it is. Feels very similar to the Arsenal game, doesn't it? If we'd have put that penalty away and stopped their invincible season, we seem to be the one who missed our chance at Old Trafford to take it and take them down. But you know, United have got the best team. We've got the best record in the Premier League at Anfield, so you never know. We've had some good days there. I think the last time we did win, though, was the Juan Mata show when he scored 2 goals under Van Gaal, and we absolutely bossed Liverpool that day. And yeah, it's what's the name? It's Liverpool. It's Man United Liverpool, and the game is going to be what the intensity is going to be there. It just depends. It just really depends with United. Are we completely screwed on? Are we ready to go? If we are, then that gives us a chance of maybe getting a draw. But if the United turns up where the heads drop as soon as something goes wrong, then I can see Liverpool really running away with it. But like I said at the start, I see it being tight. I don't see it being a massive, massive win. My head is telling me that Liverpool are probably going to scrape a win. But my heart is saying that United can actually get at least a draw out of this game. We can do something in this game, because we've seen it with the big teams before. We've gone to City and won. No, we've beat Spurs. We've beaten Leicester. We've beaten Chelsea at home and away. We've done a lot of good this season, as bad as it has been. And hopefully this, off the back of 2 wins after the shower of shite that we've seen against City. I know 4-0, it's only Norwich, but then we finally beat Wolves in a poor FA Cup game. But 2 wins, 2 clean sheets at Old Trafford. It's an alright bounce back from the City game. And you know what? Liverpool has probably come too quick, but you never know. You never know. Can United actually do it again? It would be great, and a great way to finish off the week and finish the weekend, because taking Liverpool and taking that unbeaten is probably going to be one of the highlights of the season for United. And that sounds sad, I know, but it really is looking like that, and clinging on to little moments like this. But little moments like this are what keep you going, confidence that we have got something and we are building something, because we all seen it. Ashley Young now is definitely signing for Inter Milan. The squad is decimating the squad, Ollie Solskjaer. And yeah, I've slaughtered him for doing it and leaving himself short. No excuses with injuries or anything like that. Thankfully, he's not come out with any excuses about injuries and stuff like that recently, like he did early on in the season, because there's no excuse. You left yourself short in the summer, and now we're getting rid of more players in January. Not like we're short on defenders at the moment, is it? Jesus God. So Ashley Young's gone. Then comes on to, can we actually bring someone in? I mean, Ashley Young was rumoured to be going, a few days ago, and bang, it's done. When it comes to getting rid of players, we just don't seem to have an issue. Comes to getting players in, and talking about Bruno again now, that it's dragging on and on and on, and now supposedly deal is all signed and sealed, but he wants to play against Benfica on Friday before he signs to leave off from Sporting on a high. Knowing our luck, we all know our worst fears, and everyone is thinking it. If he does play in that game and then he gets injured, then we're looking like complete and utter amateurs. We really are. Heaven forbid it doesn't. I understand the player wanting to play, but this is Manchester United. Seriously, if you want to try and get yourself, grasp on one of them steps on the ladder to try and pull yourself back up to respectability in the footballing world, not the mediocrity that everyone is accepting at the moment and the way it's going, then you say, look, what are you talking about? We want to sign you. If you sign this deal, or supposedly sign this deal and agreed terms, then you don't play on Friday. You don't play on Friday and risk this move. We've seen what happened with Van Nistelrooy before he came to United the first time. And you know what? United haven't got the squad, and we haven't got the time to mess around like this. It's an absolute joke. We should be putting our foot down and saying, look, if you want to come to United, you ain't playing this weekend. I'm sorry, you're not playing tonight. Because, we're pretty much down the line in transfer negotiations, and we know that it's going to happen. We need the player. The player wants to come. Sporting need the money. United want the player. So if we know it's happening, supposedly like everyone says it is, then you ain't playing tonight. Simple. Put your foot down and say, look, this is United. We need you. We don't want you playing around in the Portuguese league the night before you're supposed to be coming over and signing papers. But that then just makes you think again, is like, well, how far along is this deal? Is it actually happening? Because for a player to be playing like that, for the reasons I've just said, to me, says that this deal isn't close. It's not, and I could be totally wrong, and United could have gone soft and let him play tonight, as stupid as that sounds, but at the end of the day, I look at that and I go, you know what? I actually don't think that this deal's close. I actually think that this deal might not even happen. It's just how I feel on the way United are at the moment. I said it in a tweet the other day, that everything that is happening now with Bruno is pretty much exactly the same as how it happened in the summer, and that didn't work out, did it? There's a player there who's oozing quality. Obviously, it is the Portuguese league. I'm not getting carried away with that, but he has got quality. Them numbers and stats, you cannot ignore them numbers and stats. The amount of assists, the amount of goals he creates, and chances he creates for other players. You don't just lose that because you're changing leagues. Yeah, maybe it might not be as big as that, but we'd take half or a quarter of that right now in terms of creativity in our team. And that's what United need. And for him to be letting him play games when he wants, letting the player dictate. This is an issue that we're trying to get rid of at this club right now. We can't be letting teams and players dictate to us how things work and how they go down. Do what United used to do. We want that player. There's your money. Pay the money. For God's sake, get the deal done. Stop faffing around. Give the club Sporting no chance and no option whatsoever. Look, put the money down. There's the deal. That's what you want. That's what we're giving you. United are United. We want this player, we're going to pay this player. We're supposed to be the richest club in the world, or third on the rich list now, with revenues running through the roof. It's a load of bollocks is what it is. If we are that good and making that much money, then go and spend the money where it's due. Yeah, you can go and scrape a deal or go and negotiate a deal for another player, but this is a player who fits the bill, who we desperately need, who is quality. So for these players, go and pay it. Get the deal done and settle everything down. Give the fans some encouragement that you're actually not wasting the money, the thousands that we put into the club every single year. But no, it's Ed Woodward and United are messing around again. Now we're over halfway through January. This deal is not done yet. So I think since it really broke and it got really interesting, that's over a week now since that broke. So there's another week. What have you done in that week? It's not difficult. You know what I mean? Deals get done in a day, 2 days for some people, and in terms of negotiating a fee. But we're reporting that we still haven't negotiated a fee. Bruno signs, apparently. His deal's done. He's happy with his contract and everything like that. All rumours, could be complete bollocks still. Anyway. The main thing now is forget about Bruno Fernandes. That ain't happening this weekend. The main thing is Liverpool at weekend. United, hopefully, you know what? Do this one for Grandad United. Get this win. Give me something just to cheer this week up and end this week on a high. It's been horrendous. Thank you for everyone, all your support. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the well wishes and everything like that, and supporting the channel. Well, I've not been there for a few days. I know it's only been a few days, but that seems like a lifetime for me, not talking about football, not getting in touch with you guys and getting your comments. I will see you over the weekend. I still couldn't tell you if I'm at the Liverpool game yet or not. I don't know what I'm doing, but I will be covering it in some sort of form and giving my reaction and getting your guys' reaction to the game, the result and how we played and everything else that drops. Players in, players out. Could be busy this weekend. I expect the football to take centre stage, and that be it though, to be honest, as it should be. It's United against Liverpool. It's the biggest game in world football. That's all that matters this weekend. People, see you then. Take it easy. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of me, and hit that bell notification. Game by game. Apart from this week, I'm usually at every game, but needs must. Family comes first all the time, people. Like, share the video. I will check you out a weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.